Today, we're going to talk about Safemoon and why some are still hodling. Stay tuned because you will not want to miss this one. Never fear, because the Greek is here. Welcome back, Greek Army. I'm the Greek, here with another video for you, just giving you the news, the plays, the scam coverage, all kinds of things that you deserve. Never fear, because this Greek's here. If you like what I do, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I release the newest, greatest, best content. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is my own opinion. Should be taken for entertainment purposes only, because I'm just your favorite Greek, here for you. Now, today we're going to talk about Safemoon again, and we're going to try and dive in psychologically why some are still hodling, knowing what they know about John Karony and the situation that arises with Safemoon. Because most should be running for the hills right now, but not everybody is doing that. So it got the Greek thinking, why are some people hodling? And why in crypto and in financial stuff do people just tend to stay put when things are going bad, when in normal situations they would be running for the hills? Well, let's dive into it. There's 7 reasons why I think so. First is this sunk cost fallacy. Fantasy. I wanted to say fantasy, but it's fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy. It's a big factor. It's a psychological barrier that most people can't get over. You have to acknowledge to yourself that the game is up, that you lost, that you made a bad decision, that your investment's lost. That is the hardest thing for somebody to do, is to admit, oh my gosh, I lost everything. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But what people need to understand, though, is sometimes getting a little bit of your investment back is better than just, oh, I'm down so much, so I should just hold, you know? And it is human nature to hold on to hope when money is on the line. This is why you get the don't fund my bags, protect this, do this. I don't want to ruin my bags. I can't. You know, that is one of the biggest reasons. Then, second, you have this fortress mentality. And, Safemoon's been around for a long time. It just isn't a token to some people. It's a way of life. This has been their identity. Going places, talking about Safemoon, being there, chats they hang out, tweets they interact with every single day. You know, you create this fortress idea. Oh, this is my identity. And when you do that, they're part of the in-group. And when you're part of the in-group, you don't want to leave it. So that's a lot of people. You know, it's very, very tough. And when criticism comes, they tend to get within that group and strengthen those bonds, and everybody else is the enemy, and, you know, we're under assault, and you see that a lot of times. So it's hard to give up part of your identity. And you know, that's another reason why some people hodl when things are like in this situation. It's very, very much. And then there's the information bubble. This is the third reason. You know, there's a huge echo chamber within Twitter, within Discord, and these people are constantly following each other. So you got Safemoon followers following Safemoon followers, and they create this echo bubble, and they consume this content day in, day out, and it's just become part of their life. And it filters out the negativity and amplifies the positives. So no matter how ridiculous the positives are or speculative it is, because it's all they hear and they're around like-minded people, they can't see anything else. And that is part of a big problem why they continue to hodl. Now, the fourth, John Karony, while frauding you, has to be a charismatic guy, because you're not going to just sit around, follow somebody, believe in somebody. When he talks, people would listen. You know, he was very charismatic to your face, and most scammers are. Most scammers, you talk to them, and you were like, oh my gosh, wow, that's an impressive dude. You're ready to run through walls for that guy. And that's part of the thing with John Karony, but they have a way of creating this army, this cult, this people that will just hold on and do anything they can for them. And that is really a reason why people are hodling, because they want to believe, oh, John Karony is such a nice guy, he would never do it. The fifth reason why people are still hodling, in my opinion, is hope. Hope is hard to get rid of. It's the hardest thing. It's the belief that we can make it. You know, most groups, most people, when talking about Safemoon and other cryptos in general, They weren't talking about like, oh, I want to make a few $100. They were talking about life-changing money. Money that they can take care of generations. They called it generational wealth, and it's not just about greed. It's also about not wanting to miss out on the what if scenarios for these people, so you can yell at them, but some people just don't want to lose hope and don't want to give it up. So unfortunately, it leads people to buy when the charts go down because they're like, oh, when it goes back up, But the problem is, charts never really do rebound. It's possible to DCA down to zero if it's going to fail, and a lot of people have. It's okay to have hope in things, but you got to realize when hope is lost and get out. The sixth is misinformation. We got to be real here because there's a lot of misinformation. Control and narrative plays a role, and Safemoon influencers play a role. And I'm not saying it's influencers in general, but it's just everything. When you're around people on YouTube, when you're around the Twitter, when you're around this, you're around that echo chamber of belief, and you get a lot of misinformation because you're the one-sided. I always say when you're in something, especially now, what I've learned in crypto is don't just take one side, take the other side, and you got to balance it out and hear both sides. If you're only hearing, oh, this is what Safemoon's going to do, 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 and you go, oh, they don't know, they're not part of it, and you just ignore that side, well, guess what? You create this misinformation effect, and you're just going to be living in the hopium and the dreams, and it's not good for you. And the last reason why a lot of people are holding on right now is they have this belief that our legal system is out to get John Karony. And they have this belief that John Karony's innocent till proven guilty. He didn't do anything. He would never hurt us. John Karony, he wanted to do all this stuff. Look at all the things he had planned for us. But that is not the case here. John Karony was scamming you. John Karony took millions. John Karony did all this stuff. He's probably going to go away for 45 years. That's what they're trying to put him in jail for. But that's one of the reasons why some are still hodling. And, this is a fascinating case because, I've been a part of communities, and you see this and you're like, why do people continue to hodl? Why? When things are going bad, do they continue to hodl? And it's crazy. It's this belief that you want something better than what you have. Something, and it's okay to dream. We all have dreams. I have dreams, you have dreams. It's okay to dream. But sometimes reality has to take over. Sometimes you have to be like, if I had just taken this money, put it here, where would I be? If I had just done this. You don't want to live in the past like that, but what I'm saying is you got to realize, hey, right now, is this going to rebound? What's the chances it going to rebound? Where's it going to go? If it looks like crap and it smells like crap and your CEO's doing crap, it's probably crap. So this is just an interesting case that I wanted to look at, psychologically on why people continue to hodl in this case. I love you all. If you're part of Safemoon and you're watching this, I know you might be like, Greek, I'm never giving up. I believe. You can believe. But please, look at it logically. I love you all. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I release the newest, greatest content, and have a great and safe, blessed day.